Hey there, Bruce, and welcome back to Saint Maker. Let's just kick off where we left off last time, because I don't think whatever is about to happen here in our home is not going to be good. Anyway.
I think so.
Oh yeah. Well, I get to save again. You thanked her for sharing the book with you.
Hey, Liana. I know I don't say this enough, but thanks. I'm glad you shared all this with me.
I thought really hard about it, you know? I mean, I was this close to reading it all by myself.
You know I would have caught you reading it anyway, right?
You'd be surprised. I can be really sneaky when I want to.
Like Sneaky Nun.
Sure. We've got to get our hands on the next book. Oh, and I've also got to get one of those spell keys. I saw some at the bookstore the other day. Every proper witch has to have one.
Mom's never gonna let us buy it, though.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Mum was just complaining about it the other day. A movie that's going to send more children to hell. And how we shouldn't watch it because it's spreading the devil's message.
Ollie, is it going to be like this forever?
You'll grow up eventually.
Maybe one day, when we're old enough.
By then, we'd be too old for this stuff.
Yeah. Kylie's a pretty lucky girl, isn't she? Getting taken away to Witchwood, having her whole life turned around. I keep wishing that any day now, someone would come knocking, show up at her front door, hand me my very own spell key, and I'd go off on a magical adventure somewhere far away, far from all this.
Even if it's scary or dangerous, I don't care. I take it all. First chance I get.
You'll take me with you, right? I won't end up like Farley, left alone while her sister goes out on an adventure.
Of course not. You'll be with me every step of the way.
I've got an idea.
What are you doing?
Give me a second. And if I just tape this here. Aha! Check it out. Forged by the changelings from Hay Spider Silk and imbued with the breath of spring. I know it's not much, but at least it's something to call our own. While we wait for something amazing to happen.
The twist of a key, a heartfelt secret, and a little push. That's all it takes to get to Witchwood. Well, in the words of the Fey Prince, trouble always finds a way. Give me a second. Aha! Here we go.
Ooh, what's that?
Well, for now it's just a simple box. But all the things that we want, all the things that they'll never let us keep, we can put it all in here. Then we hide it. Somewhere Mom will never find it.
Really?
Yeah. We just need a good hiding place. Bit by bit, we'll build a collection of our own. And it all starts with this spell key.
I'd like that.
But until then, for my first spell, I cast upon you the Bitter Bloom Curse.
What? Hey! No tickling. No, stop. Please. I can't breathe.
No.
Another day, another crack to fill.
Another layer of paint to cover up all the stains and flaws.
Till it's just right.
Dearest Heavenly Father, I had the most curious dream last night. I dreamt of her, Mother Idelora, We were in this very room and all the seats were filled with my sisters. She was saying something very important, but her words slipped through like air, and before I knew it, it turned into a song. And we were all singing. Our voices rang through the halls like a choir of angels, just like the old days.
Oh, Heavenly Father, many a saint has heard your voice through their dreams, which makes me wonder, what could it all mean?
It is. Wait, why are we playing as her now? A sign, Adira. A sign that great things are yet to come. A reminder of how things used to be. Let's go with the first one.
Of course. God has it all planned out. All this time, patiently caring for this convent, fixing these statues for years and years. There's a point to it. A reason.
Go on.
And day by day, we inch a bit closer to the next part of the beautiful story that he's written.
Look to the future. I feel so much better now. A new day is upon us. Rejoice. The future. Shape the future.
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
Psst. Holly.
Such a nice dream. Don't want to wake up just yet. Is it Gabriella? Just 5 more minutes.
Please, 5 more minutes.
I feel like a lot of these choices don't have any impact whatsoever. Maybe none of them do. I don't know. But I feel like a lot of them don't. Because she ignores you most of the time when you make a choice that she doesn't like.
What do you mean 5 more minutes? Jeez, not your mom.
It's the statue we broke.
No. It's gone.
It's the statue we broke, isn't it? Oh my god, she's gonna murder all of us.
Did you hear that? That sounded like Adira. I'm going down to check it out.
Don't do it, man.
I'll go with you.
Sure. Hey. About what happened last night. Never mind. Maybe later.
Maybe very soon. It's coming from the room last night. Why do you think?
Look at you now. She sculpted this herself. And painted. I believe. Oh, she loved this one so very much. Viv, I'm sorry. So sorry.
Sister Adira?
Oh, good. Sister Annalyn, I need you to... Oh, you. Yes, of course. You two. Forgive me. I seem to have lost track of time. My mind, it wanders sometimes.
Is everything okay?
No.
Of course not. Just look at this. Broken and shattered. How did this happen?
It wasn't me. It really wasn't. It just fell, all on its own.
Sister Adira, will you see?
Just pretend you don't know anything. What do I even tell her? Do I tell her what we saw? Play ignorant, man. Where would I even begin? Nah, lie. We could just make something up. Make it seem like we weren't at fault. And we really weren't. We saw an intruder. A rat toppled it over. Or we just stayed in bed all night and have no idea.
Will you see?
There's something very wrong with this place. I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I think this place is haunted.
Well, so much for that.
And I know how stupid that sounds, but look, you need to believe us. We went down here last night and the statues, they were moving.
Excuse me?
You can ask Holly. I swear I'm not making this up. Holly, tell her.
It's true.
Holly? Is this true?
Yes.
What did you see? Details. I need to know the details.
Well, we also heard chanting.
What kind of chanting?
Like prayers. Everywhere. Like it was coming from the convent itself.
Now, here's the part where I'm really, really hoping you've got a logical explanation for what we just saw. Anything to just explain what we saw the other night.
Interesting. Very interesting. And the angel said to her, "Do not be afraid, Mary, for you have found favor with God." Luke 1:30.
Sister Adira, what are you...
What you have just described to me fits many of the miracles we've recorded throughout history. Concrete statues, their lips moving as if in prayer. Accounts of the Virgin Mary weeping tears of blood.
I don't like it.
Perhaps you are hearing the calling. Though still, we can't be too sure.
Excuse me? What we saw? It definitely wasn't a miracle.
And you believe yourself to be an expert on that matter, Gabriella?
Well, no, but...
Maybe miracles are meant to be scary.
Haunted was the word I believe you used.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dear child. There's no such things as ghosts.
What about the Holy Ghost?
When we pass, our souls go to one of two places, heaven or hell. And from what you've told me, we just might be fortunate enough to find ourselves in the presence of angels.
Or demons, then, if those are real. That can't be true. Could it?
Wow. Wow. There's no changing your mind, is there?
Well, in the coming days, hopefully I can change yours.
Yeah, good luck with that.
There are records and books on this matter. Right here in this very room, if I'm not mistaken. Though it seems I have let this place go. Well, no matter. I have two able-bodied young women with me. Yes, that is something we can do. A good first step. Starting today, I'd like you to assist me with fixing up this convent. Starting with this room. Outside, to the left down the hallway, is a closet. Get us some mops and brooms.
Whatever.
As for my dear Teresa here, I shall pick up the pieces. This will take weeks of work, but if what she said is true, then this all better be fixed by the time...
The time what?
That's all right. It's all right, Adira. Just like our dream. It is a sign. Yes, God has it all planned out. Yes, I will do it then. I'll put you back together so she can see the fruits of my labor. And it will all be perfect. Not a single crack. Almost like it never happened.
Sister Adira?
She's losing her mind. Yeah, let's let her be.
I'll just be on my way, sister.
Whatever happened to your little friend? We tried, and we pried until his horn was all but gone. But it wasn't enough, was it? You cried, but we still did it. Because we cared for you. We needed to try. We needed to make sure the horns were all gone.
What the fuck is going on?
Holly, I could really use a hand here.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Coming!
Anything to get out of this room.
Careful now. You don't want to drop that. Put it right over there.
Phew, that's the last of it.
There you go. Oh, just look at that. Looking better already.
Sister Adira, if we're gonna mop this side, I think we're gonna need to move some of the tables over here.
Yes. Move them to the sides. Gabriella, can you handle that part of the room? Gabriella?
Yeah, sure.
Very good. As for those boxes over there, Holly, kindly stack them onto the side.
Sure thing.
There's all sorts of old documents here. March 24, 1976. I'm fortunate to be a witness to the workings of a living saint. As such, I have decided to compile my experience here. Hopefully, one day my words can serve as proof that we were witness to something special here. 76. That's ages ago. It's not good to snoop around like this. But, you know, haunted, scary-ass place or whatever. Little peek couldn't hurt. Yeah, just a quick peek. I had a talk with Mother Idelora this morning. She was doing her usual rounds. As I stepped foot in the cloister, I felt a gentle breeze upon me. I noticed too the flowers blooming with such vibrant colours. It's amazing how with such minimal care nature itself seems to blossom while in her presence. As I reported on the statue of the young girls under our care, she asked me what I thought we were doing here. Wait. As I reported on the statues of the young girls under our care. The statues of the young girls under our care? Training young girls to become proper children of God, I said. You speak of a single brick, but I envision a monument, she said, smiling. This place shall become heaven on earth, a place where even death itself would lose all meaning. Though our bodies are frail, our prayers and our teachings will live on in these sacred hallways. When I asked her how this was to be possible, she merely smiled and said, God shall make it so. I'm so fortunate to be alive in this wondrous time.
I wonder if...
What are you looking at?
Oh, I just found some old papers.
Let me see. Oh, I almost forgot about these. I compiled them myself, you know. All those years ago. Pass me that stack over there, will you? I will take these back to my study. They will be helpful in the coming days.
Are you going to turn us into statues?
Please continue cleaning the room. And Holly?
Is that where all these statues came from?
These documents are convent property, and as such, it is ill manners to go looking through them without permission. I may not always be watching, but God always knows.
Yes, sorry. I'll remember that.
See to it that you do.
I wonder what else was written there. It sounded interesting. I think it was interesting because she didn't want us to look at it. And that's enough, really.
So, we gotta talk about what just happened.
Yeah. What do you think happened?
You know how in movies, the kids tell the adults they've seen a ghost or something, and then no one believes them?
I mean, she basically believed us, right?
I kind of wish that happened. Because now, well, I don't know what exactly is going through her head, but this is all just wrong. To be honest, I'd rather pretend it was all just a bad dream. It's easier to just forget, you know?
But that's the thing about bad dreams. They don't just go away after one night's rest.
Yeah. It's all so strange.
But it's also kind of exciting, isn't it? Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it?
But don't you think it's also a bit exciting?
Are you serious?
Okay, hear me out. Just think about it. What we saw last night was something scary, but it was also something different.
Something special. She's not getting it. How do I put this into words? If we say the top one, we're going to get in trouble, I'm sure. Like an adventure.
It's like an adventure. The kind that Kylie Taylor goes on all the time. Maybe we've actually found ourselves in one. And I mean, it's not like we were hurt or anything.
I don't believe this.
I'm just saying, What about you? Have you ever seen anything like it before?
No. And if I had it my way, I'd never want to see anything like it again.
But just think about it. You mentioned movies. Maybe it's just like that.
Or like in a book, or any story for that matter.
The heroes find something mysterious, something they can't explain, and then they work together to find out what it is. Like it or not, that's kind of the situation we're in.
The movies I was thinking of were the ones where people die. You know, horror movies. Newsflash, Holly. The world isn't some fairy tale.
But
It's not really a horror movie either, though. Well, I guess it is for some people. Never mind. I mean, it could be.
Jesus! You just believe anything they want you to, don't you?
no, it's not like that. I'm just saying.
Did you hear her back there? All this talk of miracles and angels and demons.
Well, I'm not saying she's right, but who knows? Maybe she's onto something. If there's anyone who might have an idea, it's her.
Adira is an old woman who believes in a lot of things. And the last thing she needs right now is someone encouraging her. Ugh! I can't do this. It's bad enough that I'm spending my summer stuck here, but now this. I did not sign up for this. And why'd you even come here last night? Are you just trying to scare me? Is that it?
No, it wasn't like that.
We heard the chanting. We told you that, didn't we?
Well, congrats. You succeeded. And look where we are now.
Here we go again. I can't believe this. Okay, deep breaths, Holly. Calm down. Fighting isn't going to solve anything. Yeah.
Look, let's just calm down. I'm really sorry if I made you mad.
Please, you apologize all the time, and you never mean it.
She's not listening. Just calm down, Holly. Calm down and tell her what you're thinking. Is that so hard? You've already seen ghosts. After that, this doesn't seem so scary.
Maybe you're right. I do say sorry a lot, don't I? So I'll stop that. You don't like me. I get it. And that's fine. I honestly don't like myself that much either. It must be nice. Nice to be able to look people in the eyes and talk back and sneak things in and get into all sorts of fights like it's nothing. But that's the thing. I can't be like you. But I'm not the source of your problems here, okay? Whatever you did to land yourself here, that's on you. It's not my fault you got caught going to your wild parties where you do drugs and make out with boys or whatever.
There, I said it.
Is that why you think I'm here?
Well,
First off, even if I did do all those things, there ain't anything wrong with that. But I never snuck out to any wild parties, never did drugs, and I never made out with boys. It was a sleepover. I confessed. She didn't feel the same way. The look on her face. I'll never forget it. Next thing I know, I'm the talk of the school. Rumors everywhere. And of course, they reached my mom. That's it, okay? And if you still think that somehow that's all my fault, I've got nothing more to say to you.
I'm really sorry. That does suck.
It does suck. That's such a weird thing to say in that moment. It's just like them, isn't it? Another one of their rules, their beliefs that hurt people, that hurt us.
That's the thing. My family, we weren't born into the faith. When my dad passed away, Mama I guess she just needed something, anything, to fill the void. And then, well, it started with a friend. She told her about the lovely and supportive community they had. And I suppose they told her the exact type of stories she wanted to hear. And so, just like that, I was enrolled in a new school. New traditions, new community. Ended up working out really well for her. But not for me. I used to be Gabby to her. Now, I'm just Gabriella. So forgive me for being a bit skeptical when it comes to people like you. And Adira? Oh, I know her type. Someone like me's never gonna get in her good graces.
People like that, they can be pretty stubborn.
That's putting it lightly. Come on, she's had me pegged from the moment I got here. So, I made up my mind as soon as I stepped foot in this oh-so-holy convent. I'll just give her exactly what she's expecting. As to just show them what they want to see early on. Spare them the disappointment.
You're not wrong. The fall's real bad when people don't see it coming.
Is that what happened to you?
That's not... I'd rather not talk about it.
You know what? Whatever. It's getting real stuffy in here. I'm gonna take a break.
Wait!
There you go again, Holly.
It's always like this.
So, what's it gonna be, Holly? You just gonna stand there with your mouth shut like you always do? Damn it. It's cold. It's funny. There seems to be the one place where I can breathe easy. There she is.
Hey,
Hey. I think I'm leaving.
how are you gonna do that?
I'll sneak out. Preferably before nightfall.
It's a long way to the nearest town. Are you just gonna walk? I don't think that's very safe.
Well, who knows? Once I get to the roads, maybe I can hitchhike or something.
That doesn't sound very safe either.
That still doesn't sound very safe.
Glad to see that you're suddenly concerned for me.
Look, I'm sorry. God, you're right. I really should stop saying that. Back at home, my mom would always take us to these church meetups. We'd have to smile a lot, engage in their small talk, make sure every little thing we said was something they just loved to hear. There'd be hell to pay if we ever got anything wrong. I guess old habits die hard.
We?
Oh, yeah. My sister. We'd read the Kylie Taylor books together. Mom would kill us if she ever found out, so we had to do it while everyone else was asleep. We'd come up with all these scenarios. Finding a secret door that would take us to other worlds. Waking up one day to find out we had magic powers. And I know, it may all seem like silly fairy tales to you, but it was fun. It made things easier. I guess we both just wanted so badly to be part of something special. Something different.
I see. Your sister... She didn't join you here?
She's not here anymore.
I'm sorry. Do you want to talk about it?
Do I?
Maybe I should. Where do I even start?
Hey. Take your time.
I kept it up for a long time, you know. Was all smiles and nods at her funeral. But even then, I could feel everyone's stares. I could hear what they were whispering about her. About me. And then, just a few months after, nothing. We moved out her stuff, put it in little boxes, and just packed it all away. We would eat our meals as a family of 3. They would continue to go to their parties and religious meetups. I even started to forget what her name sounded like. I couldn't stand it. I had a pretty bad breakdown after that. Stopped going to school. Stopped going to church. Even stopped eating for a while.
Wow. I don't think I've ever told anyone that before.
It's the silence, isn't it? Digs deep. Worse than any noise. Do you feel like screaming just so anyone notices?
Alright, we need to wrap this one up because we're out of time for today. I had a feeling that her sister was going to be gone, but I still don't know how that happened because her parents sound pretty fucking scary. So anyway, I guess we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, Bruce, and I'll see you in the next one.